BWTM Sports Gaming. Glad you could join us. I'm going to be doing a series of short videos on unpopular opinions, things that people probably wouldn't want you to say or wouldn't want me to say. However, it's an unpopular opinion. It's not meant to be popular, name the title, unpopular opinion. So, unpopular opinion number one. This one's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, particularly because of the individual I'm talking about. The individual I'm talking about, the boxer that I'm talking about tonight, is Joseph Parker. Yes, the Joseph Parker. The Joseph Parker that for years I followed, and I said myself, I thought that Joseph Parker had all it took to become an undisputed heavyweight champion. So, good height, good build, mobile, good chin, good stamina, punching power, durable, can box, can fight. So I thought Parker, for all his experiences, could do it all, and I thought because of his dimensions, it would have been a real problem for Usyk before the Wardley fight. I want to kind of go back a bit, and the warning signs were there, but maybe I didn't pay attention to it. So one of the things that concerned me, and I saw it, that talks about he's going out to Ireland and training in Ireland, and I was like, well, all right, you're going to train with Andy Lee because Andy Lee's from Ireland. I get that, but it's like he took him and his family out to Ireland, and I'm thinking to myself, biggest fight of your career, bar none, and you're taking your family out there. Now, I've always had reservations about family being close to you when you're preparing to fight. I've always wondered whether that is a distraction or an inspiration. Being away from your family for a period of time can definitely be an inspiration and a reason for you to knuckle down and get down to work. Having your better half or your other half in camp or near camp means that you have to give them attention as well. No matter how much of a professional you are, you have to give them an element of your attention. And if you are, I'm not saying Joseph Parker was, and if you are indulging in the finer things of life with your other half, and you're not putting in the road work that you should be putting in, the road work you should be putting in, where you've been cutting corners in training, and you are just caught up with the family man life, and you're not really focused on being the pure boxer or the fighter or that man, and you're focused and your feet are stuck between being a family man and a fighter, and you not like most fighters leave their family at home and go away to camp, you'll bring your family into camp, and that's clearly a distraction. And I don't know the ins and outs of Joseph Parker's relationship with his missus. I don't know that. But I do know one thing, that the results showed when he weighed in for the fight. Now I thought again that the fact that Parker came in heavier, he was going to use that size to maybe rough up Wardley, push him back, and fight. Of course, going down the stretch now, you're going to blow and get tired. And Wardley's superior fitness pulled him through at times where he was probably dog tired and get hit with shots. His fitness and his dedication got him through, and Parker got himself in a position where he was exhausted. And let's say, okay, punches were being blocked. If Parker was in the fitness that he should have been in, he should never have been laying on them ropes in the first place to give the referee the opportunity to stop him, right? It's easier said than done, of course. And again, this is an unpopular opinion. And the thing is, it's very difficult to be non-biased when you have a bias towards a fighter that you like and you want him to do well. I like Wardley. I like Joseph Parker. The stoppage, was it premature? If I'm honest, deep down, no, it wasn't premature. Parker got hit with a shot and his hands came down by his side involuntarily. and he went back against the ropes. He was exhausted. Even if he wasn't getting hurt by the shots, he was the sheer exhaustion of Parker. We had him just put his hands up, and adrenaline kept him up. But if you think about who Wardley is and the punching power Wardley has, you know, and it wasn't the first time. Parker was getting punched up in round 2. But at that period of time, he had a bit more fitness. So he was able to come back and go into later stages of the fight. He was still getting punched up on the ropes. It's not like that was a one incident where he was dominating the fight and he got punched up on the ropes, and then it wasn't like he was getting punched up and stopped in the second round. So it goes back to his weight. Could he have been lighter coming into this fight? Why was he so heavy? Between him and Andy Lee, they must surely know what Parker's best fighting weight is. Which goes back to another heavyweight, Deontay Wilder. I only bring him up for a second. He doesn't know what his best fighting weight is. Is it 205 or 210? Is it 225? What is it? What is weight? You're a professional fighter. Means you're professional. You should know what your fighting weight is. So Parker didn't have to take the fight against Wardley. Parker himself said he couldn't trust the promoters. So why would you take a fight against Wardley? Did you get a shot at Usyk? But what's the rush? You could have easily taken an interim fight, a fight without as much danger, made some money, and just wait around for your shot. So we don't want to criticize Parker that much because we like Parker. He's a nice guy. But the bottom line is, if you're not prepared for a shootout, as which that was, and he came on second best, are we going to make excuses for Joseph Parker? Was he, if you're a Parker fan, do you think if Parker was lighter, he would have been more sharper? And if you most remember, the punches that knock you out are the ones you don't see. So with that extra weight Parker carried, the speed of his hands and his body would not have been quick with the extra poundage. And it definitely wouldn't help him down the stretch. So a lighter, faster Parker may not have got clipped with the same shots. A lighter, faster Parker might not have been in that position in round, whatever round he got stopped in. A lighter, faster Parker may have knocked Wardley out because it may have been a punch that Wardley didn't see or couldn't brace himself for because the punch would have been that much faster. In any case, Parker would have been fitter going into this fight against Wardley. Now he's thrown it all down the drain. And me personally, I don't think fighters should be... I mean, the whole idea of Parker going to Ireland with Andy Lee, in my mind, is that he was away from family and he's preparing. It's not like his family was in danger in any way, shape or form, unless it's something I don't know. So why couldn't his family stayed? Why did they have to all come to Ireland? Why did they all have to be in Ireland when Parker was preparing? I don't understand. And how much time did Parker spend with his family? He's got a nice family, don't get me wrong, but you're a gladiator, you're a fighter. I don't know. I don't know enough to know that and to talk on that. But like I said, I thought Parker was going to use that weight to his advantage. It ended up being his disadvantage. And again, as for the stoppage, if you look at who was throwing the punches, they said Wardley would have been exhausted. But are you telling me Parker would have come out fresh for that next round? And considering the fact he was heavier and Wardley's coming out for the next round, I wouldn't want to be Joseph Parker coming out for that next round. Just being honest. We'll all jump up in arms and say, oh, it's Parker. Listen, I loved Joseph Parker as a fighter, but he wasn't up to par at the end of the day. And that's it. And I don't even want to see a rematch between him and Wardley. Because we saw what happened when Wardley fought Clark. We saw the rematch and what happened there. I wouldn't want the same to happen with Joseph Parker. I'd leave Parker, leave that alone. Find out whatever your best weight is. Do some soul searching. And I also think that maybe Andy Lee isn't the best for you. I think maybe you need to move away from Andy Lee and that whole Tyson Fury thing. You need to move away from that because Tyson Fury, I'll do that in another unpopular opinion video, has his own problems. So I'll leave that right there. Listen, I think Andy Lee's a great trainer, but I don't know how much that partnership is effective for Joseph Parker anymore. Is Joseph Parker still listening to Andy Lee? Does Andy Lee still command the same sort of respect or the same sort of authority necessary to get Parker into the peak condition to make him, because they may become so close, they may become pally? I don't know. Malik Scott, Deontay Wilder is a prime example of that. I'm not saying Andy Lee's a yes man. What I'm saying to you is that situation, that dynamic with Tyson Fury added into it, has it become too family orientated when, you know, Parker should be trained like a Trojan? I don't know. Unpopular opinions, of course. That's what this series is about. Unpopular opinions. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, some popular opinions. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave your comments on popular opinions. Tune in for the next one. Thank you.